Yo, listen me. We can't take a style thing, bro, God. I mean, I first artist forward for the bumbo class.
It varies. It's up and down, and it kind of depends on the time of day that you ask me. So, the Saturday when I woke up, I was like, okay, still in disbelief. And then, as the time kept going, and I'm realizing people are like I knew that it would be posted, but I didn't know it was gonna go spiral like that. So it's like I woke up Sunday morning and I was just crying because I was like, I can't believe like this is what's really happening to me. Yes. So I was asked to be there from when she was even in Jamaica. We have a song together that we recorded over a year ago. And from she knew she was on that show, she's called me. She says, Dai, because that's what they call me, Dai. She's like, Dai, I need you to be on the show. She's like, I can't come to your city and we don't do this song together. And she's been like that from the start. So the show was canceled originally. It was supposed to happen in February. It was postponed, and then relaunch date was that just passed. So, like, I don't know. She invited me. I almost never went that day because, like, I was just like, oh, I don't know if I'm feeling it or whatever. But because I know she was expecting me, I said, okay, let me just try and make the effort to go. And I went. It was from we got there was a little bit unorganized because they didn't even know. Like, they flew her in from Jamaica, and the door had us standing there for a minute to get her in, saying that they don't know who she is.
Oh, wow.
As an artist that was flown in. So it started weird from there. Then backstage, it was a little bit rushed in the sense of, okay, we need the performance to go on now. And then by the time we did get on the stage, that's when they had one microphone that Kaden and I were supposed to share. And she passed the mic after doing the intro and the hook, and when it's my part. And I just felt someone grab my hand, or grab the mic, I should say. And I didn't let it go instantly. I was like, okay. And I don't know if you could hear in the video, I said, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he just grabbed it out my hand and proceeded to say his little speech about being, what do they call it? Well, to me, it's called being slighted, but he said he don't like to be, I don't remember the name right now. And he proceeded to do his speech and talk and say what he was saying. He did that first. That was already the first disrespect in dancehall. You don't just take a mic out of someone's hand, or stage etiquette, I should say. And then he proceeded to walk in my direction again and push me out of the way. So my natural reflex was to be like, okay, get out of my personal space. He looked like, I guess he was drunk, and he was tumbling. I could just look at him, look at me, and he just hurled that microphone right at me. At the time, I didn't even know it was the mic. It happened so fast, I don't even know what it was. I just knew I was hit. I put my hand over my head and I turned because I was like, what just happened? When I turned like that, I just started to see blood falling from my face. Even my dancer, Chiffy, she was there right beside me, and she didn't even know I got hit like that until she saw me with the blood falling. And she took me off the stage. There was a little bit of first aid backstage, not official first aid. Someone came to me that had a card that said they work with the ambulance, and he was helping me. I had my son's rag with me. I don't even know how it ended up in my hand, to be honest. I think I just took it out with me when I was coming into the party. And I had it in my hand, and someone took it from me and put ice in it. And then that's what I used to ice my forehead. So it's a gash in my eyebrow. It's not too big, but I used, they use adhesive, the glue, to stitch it back together. And then I have some contusions in my eye where the blood is like circulating. So when I look around, sometimes I see black little squiggly things floating. I'm on watch for concussion. So basically I have to make sure, like, if I have any headaches or dizziness, I have to go straight to Emerge and not take it lightly. So, like, those things I have to be watching for. Plus, taking care of my 5-month-old son. So,
Unfold.
To be honest, and I'm just telling my honest truth, I don't feel that I was supported right away. I was at the hospital when I got a tag and the tag was Valiant performing. So the promoter was tagging me and a bunch of people just promoting the party and saying, oh, great show. And to me, that's like an extra slap in my face. I said to him, and I replied, actually, I have it here. I replied to him and I said, are you going to repost the part where I got hit in my face? Because what is this? And he either said, you say, oh, I heard something about that happen. I was so caught up. I'm sorry. That was you? That's what I got. So that was the initial interaction. The next day, I spoke with Kate Ann. So she's in touch with the promoters because she invited me, right? And I don't want it to be a slight on her or them to feel bad about her letting me come on the stage because I'm speaking like this right now, because I know she probably feels bad about it too. And she's like kind of stuck in the middle.
As an artist, she should have that ability to do so.
And I love her for that, because she made sure that my song even played, because we were being rushed and her set got cut short as well. And she managed to still squeeze in our song together to make sure that I was able to touch that microphone. And then for that to happen to me, and then the after effects, I thought even promotion or even Valiant's team or somebody would have reached out to me and said,
nobody reached out to you?
No. When it got a little bad and they seen I was doing a couple of Instagram lives and stuff, then they reached out to say, hey, how are you feeling? How are you doing? But that's most of what they said is, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Yeah, so they were on scene at the back, but they just came to ask if I needed an ambulance. So it wasn't, I guess they were kind of looking for him. But yeah, they asked me if I needed an ambulance. My husband was there. He went ballistic for a minute. I had to like hold on to him and like hug him and say, please don't. Because he wanted to go after the guy.
But it seems like he was the only one protecting you.
Yeah, he was. And he was looking. He went through the back. He went through the side. He ended up outside. Yeah. And that's when I think, the police ended up coming back for me and saying, your husband's looking for you outside. Is it look like he wants to leave now? Or is it okay for you to go? We'll walk you out the side so you don't have to go through the crowd. Because that's what I was like. He wanted to leave. I'm like, I'm not walking through that crowd.
But was there any police report filed?
Not that night. So yeah, not formally that night. I did file on my own, but yeah, not that night. But I also heard, though, when I did call to file, they said someone else had made a complaint prior to me. Okay. Yeah.
So they were aware of the situation.
Yes.
But they don't know who, at this point, this man is still. Like, they're still investigating?
It's an investigation, yeah.
Wow. You know, it's interesting because the videos that have been circulating online, the reaction and some people's responses have been blaming you. Yeah. And saying that you deserved what happened to you. And what do you make of that?
I was completely shocked, to be honest. That part hurt me like so much, because I was like, okay, maybe the first video that did get posted was a shorter clip. So it was more of the push, and it's from an angle of my side. So it's more of the like, get off of me.
So people are interpreting as you pushed him off the stage.
And then they even said it was Valiant I pushed off the stage. That narrative was being pushed. Like, oh, she went on stage and pushed Valiant.
And the man who threw the mic definitely was not Valiant.
It was not.
I just want to clear that up for people.
It was not Valiant at all.
Now, how the man fell off the stage from the full angle, was he tripped over himself?
He tripped over himself. And it's when he threw, the force of him throwing that microphone is what made him
fall off the stage.
Exactly. And I don't know how people are not, like, choosing, I should say, not to see that, because that's exactly what's there. Even, like, I made a post on my page playing it and talking and saying what's happening. And even in that video, there's people saying, oh, but why you push the man? Like, why you have to push him? And I'm like,
but even if that were to be the case,
he violated me twice on that
That
stage.
Doesn't warrant a mic being thrown at your head.
No.
And the damage that it's done to your face. And the emotional toll that that's going to take.